There is no light without dark. If you strive to be a good guy, first of all, you need to understand what it truly means to be a bad guy. And then, after that, you can slowly but surely become a nice and friendly guy. I want to bring the duality of life closer to you because this is a concept that has fundamentally shape-shifted my life, and they attribute a lot of my success to it. I want you to answer a question for me. Why do you work so hard? It's simple. So you never have to work again. And so the people you care about, your loved ones, don't have to work again. And this in itself is an opposing contrast, isn't it? I'll give you an example for a duality that has hit me personally. The other day on Sunday when I had my rest day, I went to the sauna and absolutely smashed my finger. I'm driving to the hospital now to get an x-ray done. And imagine, I was in the middle of a training camp. 2 trainings per day, super locked in, super good. Everything was going very well. And then this hit me. And I sit there on Monday, yesterday, and I can't do anything. I can't work because as soon as I type, my hand bursts open. I can't do sports because if my pulse goes higher, then it explodes. So I basically couldn't do anything. And I sit there and I was so grateful for the days I could train. And that's one concept of dualities, and I will give you a few more examples so you really understand what dualities even mean. And then I will give you my lessons of how you can use them to become more successful. A very simple duality is work and life, the work-life balance. Because in the end, it's 2 totally opposing opposites, because work and life are not the same thing. And in order to live a good life, you have to work hard. But in order to sustain hard work, you need to also live a good life. The same is being a good leader and having a strong team. Because in one way or another, being a strong leader means to be able to do things alone and to not need a team. But then on the other hand, having a good team in one way or another means that it's led by a strong leader. So as you can see, again, these are 2 opposing contrasts that work together and that somehow attract each other. And I'm not trying to go all woo-woo on you, but believe me, once you've understood these concepts, it will give you so much power and so much clarity. But you don't even have to look so far. In my opinion, a company that has mastered the dualities of life is Apple. Because once you understand this concept and you look at Apple, you will not wonder why they're a multi-billion-dollar company. One of the dualities Apple constantly uses is the duality between innovation and stability. Because Apple releases new products every 1 or 2 years. The AirPods, the iPad, the Vision Pros. That's the innovation. Well, then on the other hand, they have their sustainable parts of the business, like the App Store, which has been existing ever since iPhones have been existing, or since even iPods have been existing. So that's how they balance the duality. Another one they constantly use is profit and purpose. Obviously, Apple is a multi-billion-dollar corporation that makes so much money that we all can't even comprehend it. But then on the other hand, they really do try to make it seem that they have sustainability and purpose in mind by protecting the environment and by using recycled materials, etc., etc. Another great example, it's funny because right there is a commercial. It's global versus local. They are a global company and their products are targeted to the whole world, but their marketing is specifically tailored to local markets. Here in Dubai, you'd see iPhone ads that specifically fit to the UAE market. The same if you go to New York. You'll see some photos or whatever marketing materials that specifically work in New York. And then Apple is just really amazing. If you look at every single successful company, you will see that they have mastered the art of using the dualities in life. So now, enough rambling, enough random talking. Now I want to get into how I've used dualities to my benefit and how you can apply these concepts to your life and profit from them. So the first one would be to use contrasts, because again, now by having my hand injured and not being able to do literally anything, I'd be super grateful to go training. The same happens after not working for 3 days because I went on a 3-day bender. I'd be the most productive sitting at my desk. If I eat 3 days of fast food, I'll be super grateful to go back to eating steak and potatoes. And as silly as this sounds, but I really use these contrasts and I make use of the dualities. Because the thing is that most people always avoid extremes. They always are like a dim light that flows in the middle. And in the end, they never really get anything done because they're always just in the middle. They never really go to the outliers. They never become outliers. And that's not what you want. In my opinion, especially living life is about going towards the extreme sides, because you never want to be just a random person in the middle. And by doing this, you will gain unlimited amounts of newfound energy. I had a week of 2 trainings per day behind me. And then on Sunday evening, I crushed my finger and I would have wished to go train, but I can't. But I know as soon as this stuff is done, hopefully in a week, I will be straight back to training, going for 10-kilometer runs every day. And the same goes for when I go on a 3-day bender with my friends. I was on a birthday party in Switzerland, somewhere in the mountains, for like 3 or 4 days. Flew from Dubai to Switzerland and then back. And ironically, I have the best ideas and the best concepts for growth when I'm out partying with the boys. And that just, it seems ironic, doesn't it? But that's the duality of life. That even if you think that going out and partying would not do anything for you, especially not for your business, it does. Because that's the duality of life. You will feel the happiest when you know how it feels to be sad. And you will be the most productive when you shouldn't be. And you will work the hardest when you know what it truly means not to work at all. And like I said in the intro, why do we all want to make money? So we don't have to work. And how ironic is that? But that's the duality of life. All the opposites are connected to each other. And if you do not understand this, then you will never be able to use your full potential energy-wise. If you have a goal in your mind that you want to reach, yes, obviously, most of the time you should be doing things that keep you on track. But sometimes it's very smart to do something that specifically throws you off the track and kicks you in a different direction, just to use this transformative energy. And again, this is not some woo-woo video. This is a very true concept that I've used, that I've told many of my friends about, and that it's just simply a core philosophy of my life. So, to sum things up, if I would have very bad days in one of my companies and I would struggle, I would not only work harder and more, I would also try to find the duality that throws me back into the right direction. Because again, sometimes you need to do things wrong to really make the right decision. If you don't believe me, just try it out. Just try this and sit down. And if you have some problem, think of the 2 dualities that could lead to the solution of this problem. Because believe me, it's real. Apple, the company where all of our phones, AirPods, whatever are from, they are masters at combining 2 dualities. So why should you not do it? Why should you not learn how to make use of it and how to profit from it? I hope that you find this video of the one-handed man insightful, and that you will use it. Let me know in the comments, because if you're new to my channel, this will sound like I'm some coked up crackhead, but if you sit down and try to understand, you will understand.